All right, so here is where we are. This is our main, like where you come in whenever you're signed in to our group space, our online community. This is where it is. And the way you kind of orient yourself to what space you're in, the big space or the smaller space, is by this header. So this turquoise blue header is our Monterey Bay Meditation Studio color. And when you're seeing that header, it means you're in the broader group. And so like anything that you post here would by default go to the larger network. Though if you look at this little pull down, even from here, you can choose, you should be able to choose. Yeah, you could choose to post to Flourish and Bloom Collective, even from here. And that would just be our folks. The reason I have such a long list of choices is because I'm default a member of all the groups, but you'll just have the groups you're a part of. So where we are here, this is called the activity feed for the big network. So anything shows up here that people post or that people comment on. And this is a nice thing to look at. It sure is better in my way of thinking than a Facebook feed because it is curated. It's certain people and certain topics that tend to pop up here. So from here, the way that you'll get into our space is through groups, and you probably already know that, but into groups and then into Flourish and Bloom Collective. And so now you see that the banner has changed to yellow. That's our color. And then when you're seeing that yellow banner, that means you're in this collective space. And again, it defaults to our activity feed. So here is whatever has been posted. Right now, it's mostly all posts from me, and with comments from other people as well. So the first thing I want to say is that you're allowed to post here too. So, you're welcome to, you're invited to respond to my post, but you all should have this little box that says share what's on your mind. And anytime you want to, notice it says you're sharing to this group, Flourish and Bloom Collective. You can, share what you'd like, and kind of that guideline that Cindy was saying, just that we have this sense of kind of what we're about, and if for you it fits into that, then good enough. It doesn't have to be specifically mindfulness or meditation related, but if it seems to you like something this group might be about or might be interested in, then you're welcome to post here as well. And then where it says add topic, actually, I think I'm going to come back to that. It's kind of a way of categorizing your posts by the topics that we have here, but I'm going to be coming back to that. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I'm going to hit everything I want to hit here. So speaking of posts from me, that some of my posts, I click to notify everybody. And that's when you will get an email usually that says Katie posted such and such. But that doesn't happen for every single post. So part of it is I don't want to fill your inbox with a whole bunch of things. So I might sometimes post something small and not notify everybody. And same with your posts. If you post, it doesn't necessarily mean everybody will get an email about it. It depends on your notification settings. So I'm saying that because sometimes it's just nice to come through here and just start reading the activity feed, because you might see some posts here that you would have missed if you were only looking at the emails that come in. I hope that makes sense. So this activity feed is all the stuff that happens in our group. I think I'll say one more thing about that, which is that when you are in the broader network and you're looking at your activity feed, you're going to notice that you still see the activity from this group in there. And that's because everybody's activity feed is personalized. So any course you're a member of, any group you're a member of, it's all gonna be swept into this. But just because you see it here doesn't mean everybody in the 200-person network is seeing it. Does that make sense? Your feed is curated to your stuff. So if you ever want to be very sure about, well, what am I posting and where, look for that yellow banner that shows that you're in our group. So I also mentioned notifications, and it's important, especially if you're newer to this network, that you know that you can adjust your notifications. So this little circle here, you see it's my profile picture. If you haven't uploaded a profile picture, it'll be some kind of little design, bluish, pinkish thing. And so from here, I can, and we all can, change our settings. And so when you go to settings, you can go to notifications, and you can just choose. You could choose, do I want to get email updates? Do I want to get phone, notifications? And do I want to see each thing as it comes in, or do I want to get a daily digest of what happened? Do I want to see comments when I'm mentioned? So, I won't go through every one of these, but you can see that for each of them, you can turn it off and on. And so, and then this is for different groups that you may or may not be a part of. So the whole idea here is that by going into settings and notifications, you get to target how much you want to hear in your email box or on your phone from this group and from the whole network. That way you make sure, I think the balance would just be staying like you feel informed and connected and reminded that you're a part of this, but not like annoyed or overwhelmed or some of those feelings that can sometimes come from emails. So feel free to adjust that for yourself. And then I'd like to show you two more areas here, and then I'll ask and see if there are questions. So first area, again, I think you all know about, is events. And that's where I'm posting all of our events. Really, the ones you're going to see, so we have our beginning one, and this is our weekly call. At this point, I have one Zoom link that I'm using. So the same one that we use today is the same one that we're going to use every Thursday. I'll probably make a different link when it comes to those interviews, those kind of special events. But like, you could save this somewhere and that'll be your every Thursday link. And again, don't share that link with other people. That's our group link. But if you ever lose that link or you need the details, you should be able to come in here and find the event and then find the information here to access it. And then the last thing I'll show you, I said we would come back to topics. So remember how on the post area, it said you could choose a topic. So the topics that we have right now that I've set up are here in this area. So we got thoughtful questions, guidelines and tips, who are we, bedrock behaviors, boundaries, friendliness with yourself, working with anxiety and stress, FBC specials, and we're gonna have more topics, I'm sure, because every time that I'm starting to post something, I realize it doesn't fit, but I realize we need another topic. So this will grow. But what it does is it basically classifies the posts. So if you wanted after a while to see just posts that have to do with anxiety and stress, there aren't any yet, but you would be able to see just those ones, just the ones that were tagged with that topic from me or from anybody else. Or you wanted to see just ones that are about this community or just logistical help. So this is how you can do that. You can also decide, do I want to follow this? That means you get more notifications when things are in that topic. Or do I want to hide it? Do I never want to hear anything about that? You get to choose. So I'll point out just a couple of things already. So one is this guidelines and handy tips. I've posted a couple things in there already. One is our approach, our guidelines, community guidelines, how to save posts for later, notifications. So anything that's about like how to do this, I'll put it there, and that's where they'll all be gathered. And then one more special topic I'll just note now is that as part of this group, I want to really find a lot of things to give you. I'm happy you're here, and I want you to have access to everything that I have. And so there's some specials that I've already set up, discounts on ebooks and the self-guided courses, discounts on like special rates for individual coaching, um, live courses. And right now, the first course that's coming up is going to be a book club structured course for the gifts of imperfection. And um, so there's a special link there where you would pay less if you wanted to attend that 4-week course on top of this. So this will continue where anything that I'm offering, I want to make it inviting for you to be a part of it if you want to be. So those will all be gathered under the specials topic. But you'll be seeing these posts as they come in. This is just a way that after the fact, you can come back and look at specific posts.